Hello friends, neighbors, John, your West neighbor here. Welcome to the Nook and a quick opening. I just bought this Reifel rye from Alberta Distillers and I want to open it with you because I want to talk about it. Hopefully it's going to be great and could be a good Christmas idea. So I'm going to crack this open right now. We're not going to do an intro because this probably is going to be a little short. We'll see how it goes. But I want to talk this Reifel rye. It's not 100% rye. It is 42%. Let's get this going. Put it in the glass and then see what this whiskey will tell us. So as far as I've been made aware, this Reifel rye is named after George Reifel, I think the first distiller or first master distiller at Alberta Distillers out of Calgary. Now they've been making great ryes for a long time. They actually are kind of like the MGP of Alberta, I might say, of Canada, because they make a lot of rye and put it in train loads and ship it out to a bunch of people that then finish it or play with it and make it their own rye. This is from them and it's 42%, I believe. 42 point, nope, just 42. Oh, I messed the label up, but 42%, and it's not 100% rye. I think it's 90% rye, and that rye is a mix of pot still and column, and the rye has been aged in a mix of new oak and ex-bourbon. But what's that other 10%? I don't know this, but a few people I follow went to the grand opening and one of them said that 10% of this is bourbon. Now, Alberta Distillers is used to doing that. They used to do that in Dark Horse, where they did rye and they had a mix of column and pot, and then they did a 10% bourbon, which is rumored to be Old Grandad. Here, if this is true, there's 10% bourbon in here. I want to know what that bourbon is. Either way, 42%, lots of rye, 90% or so. Let's see what this tastes like, nose and palate. I just opened it, so it's first thoughts, not a rating. That's nice. Savory, spicy, but not peppery, not punchy. Yeah. I'm getting more rye than bourbon on the nose. Definitely a little bit of wood in there. There's some portion of it is new oak. Yeah, leans far more into rye. If I hadn't read that about bourbon, I would think there's nothing in this. I would think it was just rye because it's a little bit herbal, a little grassy, a little lemony, not lots, savory, clove, that kind of spice. More of the peppering spice comes out later. Some new oak backbone there. And a little bit of dried fruiting in there. I'm trying to think of what fruit that is. Like a raisin or something. All right, let's give it a try. Reifel rye on the palate. Cheers. The palate is far more relaxed, coating, and not quite creamy, but definitely more mellow than the nose. The nose, I thought, okay, we're heading into a 95.5 full spicy rye. Palate is not that. Palate has not quite soapy notes, but a little bit of round notes. And we've gone from like, what is that spice? Dried, I was saying raisin, but something to a little more fresher or fuller, some apple. That is definitely a more relaxed palate. That might have some bourbon corn in there in terms of some richness, some sweetness, some caramel corn. There's still some spiciness, some rye character for sure. I'm just really surprised because the nose, I thought the nose was going to take us into some pretty spiky territory. That is not the case. This is sweet, but not overly. Like we're not maple syrup pancake type sweetness. It's just got some nice brown sugar, some vanilla. The clove in the nose is still there in the palate, but Wow. And it's not that it's disjointed. It's just that I expected a punchier, spicier palate. I guess last sip. A little bit of cherry with that apple, a little more fruit character. There is some pepper, a little bit of hot cinnamon and black pepper, but not a lot. Not a lot of char, not a lot of oak presence. More on the nose, almost in the palate. This is a nice, relaxing dram. This is I'm sure it would make great cocktails. It's got backbone, so I think it would do all kinds of fun in mixes. But I think it's a sipping rye. It's because it's I should try it. I've just opened it. I'll try it with a splash of water, see what secondary flavors go on there, and that'll give me a better sense of some cocktails. Um, but it's kind of fruity and that soapy. That's not right, but more like a fruit gum. Like boy, what was that gum? That's in my mind. Not it's not that. No, I was about to say juicy fruit, but it's not that kind of sweetness. But there is some fresh and some fruitiness and some approachability. I read some comments on this. I had a couple of viewers say, John, you got to give this a try. It's affordable in my market. Is it any good? And then someone said, I'm really liking this. And they said, pitch it against Lot 40. And this is one of the rare times in my life that I don't have a bottle of Lot 40 on the go. Very rare. But I don't. So I can't do a head-to-head, but maybe if I come back and do a critical review. But I said I wanted to get this out really quickly before Christmas because it's even on sale in my market. And this is like a $40 to $50 bottle of rye that's a good premium gift in the sense of, like, it looks sharp. It's a little more than 40%. We got 42, and it's got a bit of history to it. This is a nice dram, and I think it would appeal to more people. Like, I think people who like rye could enjoy it. There's good rye notes going on here. May not be a runaway favorite for people that are die-hard 100% rye fans. But they'd enjoy it. At least I do. And it would push into a little bit of bourbon. There is some on the nose, more fresh oak. I'm not really getting it in the palate. But there is some of those vanillas, a little bit of brown sugar, and some of that corn in there, maybe. But a nice fruitiness. This is a nice dram. Thanks for suggesting it. And if you're looking for a last minute gift for a whiskey drinker and you're in Alberta or Canada, I hear it's across Canada, I would take a look. Not bad at all. Thanks for suggesting it, you guys. And if I don't get another one out before, have a very Merry Christmas. Cheers.